Good.
Happy 4th of July!
That's clever. Happy 4th of July.
Good morning, America!
Is it? Yes, you guys have had a fantastic day. I am
Merry
sure.
Christmas, Joseph. Happy 4th of July.
Good old Joseph. We love Joseph.
We do.
Today we have
We've given someone
Rope.
enough rope. They're trying to hang themselves.
rope techs. Maybe will come by and visit us. You'll be able to, you boys that are rope boys, walk out there. I can put you over the edge. America, and South Korea have fired a whole lot of missiles up into the air.
I didn't read that.
Didn't you know this morning? Yeah, they fired a bunch of missiles up to say, look, you wanna show your toys off to us? We'll show you our toys, right? And then Russia and China have got together and said we actually have to stop this
problem.
North Korea getting nuclear power.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nuclear weapons.
Yep, they said he's got to curtail everything he's doing.
But then they said that at the same time, and kind of conditional to that, the THAAD system, right, has to come out of South Korea or stop being deployed. And the THAAD system is the ultimate defensive missile shield, right? It fires up, I don't know, thousands of missiles in the way of missiles.
What's the logic in telling someone you're not allowed a missile defense system?
Yeah.
But we'll tell the idiot that's trying to blow everybody up on the side that he's also got to stop as long as you stop your defense.
Yeah.
Well, that's
then it keeps going underground. I mean,
that's a bit warped.
there's a lot of history on, people blowing everybody up. So, I think we should enjoy life while it is. Like we're in the longest time of world peace
without
history, I think. Well, yeah, like without a major war.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't got my earpieces in. Jeez, Johnny.
Well, no one's talking to us, so we're fine.
Is there nobody there?
Don Hamlin's here.
Don Hamlin's here. Yeah, Johnny.
I didn't see who that was.
I've got a guest visitor coming in today, Alan Carr. He's all lined up, ready to rock and roll with us.
I thought you had a guest visitor last night.
Maybe. Life must go on.
Maybe.
Yes.
Is that what the rope outside's for?
That's for lowering.
Lowering out the window.
Looks pretty cool.
Talk about Bruce's.
Oh, yesterday. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday we went to Uncle Bruce's. He's American. He's from Phoenix, Arizona. And we went to his bar and he put on lamb burgers.
Oh, lamb burgers, pulled pork.
Pulled pork sandwiches.
Do you think he pulls the pork?
No, yeah, he does. I'm sure he pulls the pork. But, and anyway, and then we played beer pong.
Beer pong,
where we lost.
Beer pong.
That was good fun.
That was good. But else, she was good. She got a few of them in.
Yeah, she was good.
She was trying to keep us sober.
So Alice works with us, and she was the lead, beer pong thrower.
Yep.
If you got a couple in.
She wouldn't let us drink though.
I didn't get any in.
Them all.
Yeah, she's a good drinker. She's from Netherlands, right? So
she was
Alice.
cool.
So that was good, and then a bunch of people are around, and then this dude called Michael. I don't even know Michael very well. But
Michael, he's German.
German.
He's on 20.
He paid the whole bill.
Yeah.
He said, "Happy 4th of July, guys!" Right? Because last night it was 4th of July.
He's on 31st floor.
31st floor in the same building as us, right?
Does
he?
Oh yeah, it's well designed. It's neat.
Nice, Harrison.
Oh, leaves all of ours for dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really cool design.
Let me know when he's leaving, right? So, what do we got to say? How has your 4th of July been?
He goes away.
I know.
Go and visit her.
Tell us how your 4th of July has been. That's interesting, right? We want to know, how is your 4th of July? We've got Alan Carr coming on talking waterfed and maybe about squeegee design. I think there's some excitement about that. Yesterday I had an epiphany about squeegee design, so now I have something I'm going to put my head down into. I have a really new idea.
Put your head down into.
Yeah, I got a new idea.
You did that last night.
I got a new idea.
Her name was not Idea.
Yeah, her name was not Idea.
Look, I'll just tell you.
Oh, you've done that again.
That's it. If you want to leave, it's fine.
No wonder she doesn't put her head down.
I'll just keep the space to myself. God, that is not good, is it? What is that? That's lamb.
It's buongiorno. Buongiorno, it could be. Oh, you've been eating something foul.
Chicken.
Fuck, I wouldn't be calling that chicken if it's like that.
Ah, dear.
Right.
All right, so
Someone's lost.
4th of July. Tell us a story. Who wants to join us and tell us a 4th of July story? How is your workload going? We raised it up in a group earlier, and it was amazing, wasn't it? That there are loads of guys who are not stopping for summer break at all, booked out all the way through to October. This is going to be an amazing year for making money. The other thing,
Make America great again.
you got the image for this? Let's have a look at this, because we had an amazing night of sales going on last. Oh, it's still going. There's another $199.
Yes, that'll be a bronze bull rush.
So we've got an amazing night of sales going on. July 4th sales. There's another one.
There's another one.
2. All right, clear that one. So we get this little ka-ching noise on our mobile phones when somebody does a purchase.
God, I've never seen them before, never seen them before.
Store.futureofcleaning.com.
George Moore, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, we like guys who spend a little bit of money with us on the holidays. Right?
Yeah, spend a little money, but
Stay home, have a look at store.futurecleaning.com.
Spend some money as well.
Spend some money. Meantime, back at the ranch.
Oh, he's got his bronze bull brush with his keeper.
Great.
That's a good idea. Buy your brush, get a free keeper.
Yeah.
It's logical.
It's logical. So we have the keeper. That's what we're calling it. It's the keeper because you can keep your brushes with it. But it's also got a really nice tone to it, hasn't it? Like the keeper. And then Harrison's developed a really nice logo for it.
The gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper. We don't like them, do
No,
we?
not
No. So we have the keeper, and what I decided to do, because we had one that was very expensive, this one's less expensive, and we thought, how do we get everybody to appreciate the keeper?
They're not expensive, they're exceptional value for
Exceptional value for money. And so what we thought is that the way to go, here it is, the keeper.
God, you did that
100%
again.
free. No, I didn't.
I thought you did.
No. That could be
Sounded
you.
like it.
That could be my armpits. So, no, it's here. This noise here. That looks good, Harry. So this is the keeper. Yeah, that looks like a sports event.
It does,
right?
doesn't it?
Yeah. So the keeper, we've got to get away from that light. That light's actually a bit too close, Harry. It's burning us when we lean forward. So this is not so far. No, that's just 30 centimeters.
Something's wrong.
Come. It was just burning us a wee bit. So that everything. Okay, that's good. So the keeper is free for everybody. Free delivery, 48 states of the United States of America.
Yes.
Right, and the idea is this. I mean, we'd love it if you buy something else while you're in the store.
Exactly.
Right, that's always nice for us. But
It's always
we've got there's 20 or 30 people who've just bought it.
Oh,
and
there's lots
we'll
of
deliver
guys.
it for free.
Yeah.
But
There's
we've had a
lots
great
of
night of
guys that have
sales.
bought other brushes to go with it. And all
But maybe
sorts
you've
of
never
stuff.
been a Reach It customer, so you don't know anything about us. And we're giving away this for free, right, as a Reach It keeper. And what it means is that you can put in, you don't have to have a Reach It brush, but if you have a Reach It brush.
But whatever you do, if you get it for free, don't go posting in the crying
Oh,
babies
no,
thread
no,
that
no.
you got a free keeper from
You
Reach It because
can't,
you'll get
you
kicked.
can't praise WCR in the, you can't praise Reach It in the WCR environment right now because
Can't
you'll
even
get
say
kicked
I've
out.
got a free keeper because that'll
We've
be
got
the
so many
last
people
thing
who
to
write
say.
to us and say, look, I really want to defend you guys, but I also really appreciate like some of the friends that I've got there, and I know I'm going to get kicked out if I say anything, and I say, don't worry about it. It's fine. We're big boys.
Exactly.
Right? So it works like that. We lock it down. It's got a lever, and we lock it down, and
Your brush is kept.
Hang on there. The brush is like that, kept. Yeah. Now that is a side to side. So it's the keeper is fully compatible with a side to side. If you have some other brush, like a tucker brush or a gardener brush with a Euro thread before the quick lock, so if you have some other brush, then you need this. Johnny's holding it up. There, turn it sideways. There it is. It's called an apex, like it's an angle adapter. So that's a Reach It angle adapter, and here it is on a brush, right? And then you would then put it into the keeper, yeah? And now you can keep your brush. So, and you lock it down, and then the keeper is going to be in your store or in your vehicle. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. So, now, if you don't have a Reach It pole or a Reach It brush, and you
Buy
just
one
want
if you don't have one. You can always buy one.
Johnny will
They're
sell you. Johnny will sell you one. But if you don't have a Reach It pole or a Reach It brush, then you can get the keeper, and then you'd buy what's called a Rhino tip, right?
Yes.
And the Rhino tip fits into here, and then you can put, this
Like
is
that,
basically
but
looks like
longer.
that, and then you can put your angle adapter from your other brand, like a Unger or Beacon or whatever angle adapter onto that, and then you can still use this. And if you wanted to control your wagtail or your Mormon squeegee, you can also use it that way.
What's a wagtail?
A wagtail is a clever
Is
little
that a
system.
tail that wags?
No, it's a clever little. It's got a swivel. It's a swiveling squeeze.
Tail.
That's what it is. It's
Justin
a clever
Gray's
product.
here.
Great product. Yes. So, is Alan Carr here? Let me have a look who's here. This doesn't tell me who's here. Like,
No, that's what I've just been trying to look at.
let's see if Lee Weber's around. Peter Thomas. It's 4th of July. It could be a low day, but I'm looking for Alan. Alan, if you're there, I need you to make a comment so I can see you. Justin Gray is here. Tony Gass is here. So, the thing which I might talk about just randomly is...
You
what
never
else?
talk randomly.
I can talk about waterfed pole design. I was talking to somebody the other day about, he was talking about, the Reach It Mini. I want to say for a Reach It Mini, but it's an expensive pole for what it is. And I go, well, it's not an expensive pole for what it is, because if you compare it to any other 25-foot pole, everybody can make a 25-foot pole cheaper because 25 foot is its maximum length, right? But the Mini's maximum length is 50 feet. 55 feet reach.
55,
Yeah.
50.
So we have to design the Mini. It's a more expensive 25-foot pole, but at any point you can just add an extension and it becomes 33, 42, 50, and we've got guys who are using it close to 60 feet, actually, right, with 4 extensions. So when I engineer the Mini, I have to make the best pole I can because it's going to be used for efficiency.
Why don't you make the cheapest
Twice as
pole
high.
you can and make some more money?
Yes, well I could make a pole that breaks down
Floppy
every
and
2
breaks
years.
and
Yeah.
wears out.
But the way that the other side of the world works is to make a 1-story pole, a 2-story pole, a 3-story pole, a 4-story pole. But if you add 1, 2, 3, and 4 together, you've got
8.
no. 1, 2,
No,
3,
you
and
got
4.
10.
You got 10. So even if you bought a 1-story pole, a 2-story pole, a 3-story pole, and a 4-story pole, you'd have enough carbon fibre to
go
clean
to
10
10.
stories.
But you can only go to 4.
But you can only go to 4. But they get, and this is what the resellers say to me, why would we sell a Reach It? Because we can sell somebody 4 poles, we can make 50% margin.
On all 4
On
poles
all 4
rather than a
poles.
margin on your one pole.
And the way they trick you with it is putting an internal tube. So it's the internal tube basically holds it all together and stops you from having extensions and stops you from pulling the pole apart and using it more efficiently. So that's why, Reach It Pro is a 40-foot pole. It's not cheap because it's designed to go to 75 feet. And the Reach It Mini is a 25-foot pole. It's not cheap, right? But if you actually look what you get with the Mini, like we've made sure that it's great value,
Yes.
because you get a constructor brush with a hydro blade, you get rhino
Side to
tube,
side.
to side,
Prism glasses.
prisms glasses, power
Pole-
and control
pole
safety
long.
handles,
Pole skin.
the pole skin and the pole hat to protect the
Smurf
clamps,
hat.
Smurf hat, and the pole cleaning kit, and you get all the connections for the water, right, through to garden hose thread and stuff like that.
Lots and lots of shit with it.
So you get
Good
loads and loads
stuff.
of stuff, right? So don't just be caught comparing pole with pole, right? We see that. There's a few games being played right now.
They're not games
What's going on in the
though.
background?
Tiddlywinks.
Oh, see, this is how carbon fiber poles are made, right? Harrison put the video up. So this is us in our factory, taking the video showing everybody exactly how carbon fiber poles are made. So there actually ends up 9 layers of carbon fiber in a single tube. All of them are handmade, So you watch them, they
If
cut
you called it
by
a
hand,
hybrid and
roll
told people it was carbon fibre, could you put 1 layer of carbon fibre and 9 of fibre?
Yeah, you just put the carbon fiber on the outside. I mean, we
So
do that
nobody
when we
knows the
make
difference.
non-Reach It products for other
Yes.
people, and somebody just wants something that looks like carbon fiber. We often do that. It's
So they can call it
fiberglass.
hybrid, but it's
Yeah.
only got a little wee piece of carbon fibre.
Well, it might just be the
in it.
outside layer is
Yeah.
carbon fiber, so it looks like carbon fiber, and then they say, hey,
That's why they can sell it cheap.
yeah. So the secret
Cheap,
is the decoding of the word hybrid is the word fiberglass. Hybrid means we put fiberglass in it.
We
Like
put
loads
lots of
fiberglass.
fiberglass in it to make it cheap.
So what's going on here is these are all the poles that are in the oven. So they get cooked at, I think, I'm trying to remember my Fahrenheit now, but it's basically 300 degrees, close to 300 degrees Celsius.
Shit, that'd burn a good chocolate cake.
Yeah, it would really wreck it, right? And then it's cooked for an hour and a half at a high temperature, and then cooked for an hour and a half at a lower temperature, which is 90 degrees. So that's probably 180 Fahrenheit or something. And then, that's how they get sort of cooked. And also under that heat and under the pressure, then the resin gets all the way through. 270 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what it is. Oh yeah, 130. Yeah, yeah. I remember I wrote about this sometime. So then they've got to take it off. So they've got to use a hydraulic ram, which has got 7 tons of pressure to actually pull the tubes off the mandrel. The mandrel is the mold, right? So you can see here he's able to take those off. Big book head out of the way so you can actually see it. So when every pole is handmade, then you understand that and they're actually designed by with the 9 layers, so you can choose what the 9 layers are, what angles the layers are, what they're made of, the 9 layers and stuff like that. So, you know, I think that's where, you know, when you look at Reach It, that's what we've tried to do, is actually make sure that we've got an engineered, designed product, and that we've improved it every year because there's new technologies available, new pre-pregs available.
Well, like car, they improve every year, every 3 years.
You got to do something, right?
No, you got to do something. We can't just stick with the same old, same old. That's as boring as batshit.
Let me see if Alan is here, because Alan is my
not working
guest.
well today on that.
Yeah, got to have something good to talk about, Johnny. We've got nothing good to talk about. We're working.
I think everyone's off having happy 4th of July Day.
No, we got there's a few people here. There's a few people here.
We're here.
What else were we going to talk about, Monster? 4th of July.
4th
Who's
of
got a
July.
4th of July story? Nobody's got a 4th of July. So there's not much chatting going on, right? Is anybody, can somebody...
We are.
Yes.
They're back.
Can somebody put a chat message up? Because we have not had a single chat message in the whole time that we've been on. So we think we may have
It might
a
be
problem
broken.
with Houston.
Maybe it's up there with the missiles.
It could be.
Still coming down.
So we are still looking for a chat message. It says we're live. It says we've got overload.
Yeah, you're not gonna heat
But we
your phone up
do
and
not
use
have
it,
a single
are you?
message. So we cannot interact, and we don't know if everybody is here. Oh, yeah. Johnny's going to log in. Hang on. We will find out. What's that?
Boom.
Boom! I like that, Harry. That's good. That's a good image. Yes. Maybe they can't hear us. It could be as funny as that.
It could be. They could think we just all...
We could have no sound.
Exactly.
They could
We
have
need
no
to talk in
comments.
Braille.
Oh, there goes another
keeper.
Another free keeper going out to somebody. I like that. Go to store.futureofcleaning.com and...
Oh, Joey's booking in December. There are people chatting, but it's not coming up on your phone. Look at them all.
Oh, they're all chatting. Jason Lehman's here. Okay, so we have a problem, Houston.
See, look.
Oh my God, we can't see any of that. Here, let's...
Alan's at a barbecue. He won't be available.
No way.
So Jacob Dell said.
Okay, I can write
Yes,
a comment.
yes, Jacob. Minnie has independers.
Well, that is weird. We can't see who's here, and we can't see your comment.
Jason Lehman's here.
That's good.
Paul Rawson's here.
That's good. Oh, I feel better now.
I
Right?
can see them here, but I can't mute my sound.
So let me flip that way. See if I can change a setting. Hang on, guys. Hold right there. What would you do, Harrison?
What?
If you were trying to...
Read the comments?
Yeah.
Douglas Vong wants to know if we got any idea on a louver cleaning device.
A louver cleaning device. There are some louver cleaning devices. Some of the guys might know, but if you go to windows101.com, you're in Australia, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think you'll go to vcan, maybe vcan.com.au, V-I-K-A-N. They've got little pieces like this. But if you go to the janitorial,
Pieces like this?
yeah, they're like that, and they grab the louver, like they're louver cleaners, right? So there is a product like that.
Paul Wilson's asking about putting a swivel ball in the side to side.
A swivel ball in the side to side. The thing about the side to side is that you don't actually want the brush to have the potential to flip this way. Like it may seem that it's the right thing, but because the nature of if it's a pad, you can do it because the pad is much deeper. Yeah. But when a brush is this wide, if your pad is this wide, then the pad has got much more flatness against the surface. But when you've got your fulcrum point coming back here, and then this on the glass, then there's a risk that the brush won't stay stable on the glass. So we're looking at some other ways to deal with that, but I don't believe that a swivel ball is the answer. I don't think anyway, I don't think that's the answer. No.
No swiveling balls.
Yeah. You're going to keep reading those?
Yep, there's nobody home.
Ah. So what happened to Alan Carr?
I don't know.
He was all set to come.
Someone said, Jacob Dell said, IBBQ Alan, he won't be available.
But I just spoke to him like 15 minutes ago.
Maybe he's coming in and nobody knows.
But maybe we can't invite him in because we can't see that he's here. Because we can't, the Facebook Live is broken down.
Well, yours is broken down.
Mine is broken down.
I can see people.
That doesn't change anything. Is Harry? Add people?
No, unless you read stuff podcast. You don't do that.
Alan Carr. I mean, I know it is, and I apologise because invite. Okay, let's try that. We'll invite Alan Carr.
Jason Lehman's here. He put up a great photo yesterday.
What was that? That was of the. Did you
on the roof?
On the roof,
and
yeah. Because he had the max. Was that a max reach?
Yeah,
or
max reach.
He had the max reach out.
And he had a photo of the bronze brush. How'd you get on with your bronze brush, Jason?
Yeah, because today was his first day with the bronze brush, right?
Yeah.
July 4th, out there working. I love it.
Exactly.
And then what about? Did you see Eric Jorgensen's post? There's a little video, a little GIF video.
No, not yet.
He said, I just got my hydroblade. He has 16-inch hydroblade. He had water squirting out like 2.5 feet. And he was going, woof, woof, oh, 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 like that. He's going, I just got my hydroblade. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So
I love that hydroblade.
This is the irony, is that, you know, that when you see somebody who's got amazing amount of flow out of hydroblade, right, and then somebody else has got amazing lack of flow out of hydroblade, then the posts that kind of grab your attention initially are the ones with no flow, right?
Or the one where the flow is like 2 degrees above another jet.
This is all window cleaners are a little bit OCD, so I can accept that one. But the ones with low flow are actually not the product of the brush; they're the product of the hydraulics, right? Of the water system, between the spigot and the brush. So if somebody's got too much tube, somebody's got too many barb joiners, because barb joiners interfere with the flow, right? Somebody's got a hose on a reel, that can do it. Reverse osmosis membranes take away at least 45% of your water pressure. So there's a whole lot of things that can take your pressure away, so there's no pressure left when you get to the brush. So that's why you need to understand, water dynamics, the dynamics of the movement of water, yeah?
Yeah. Paul Rawson wants to know, do we have a video on the heavy-duty gooseneck pack and what's in it?
Sure we do. On the heavy-duty gooseneck pack we have one, so we could send them the link to that.
Yes.
And we could add it to the thread here.
4 of these.
I don't think you'll get that off. I don't think you'll get that off. But there's four different angles, and we have another one called the max reach. The max reach is the one where you can actually take out the number one section of your Mini or your Pro and make it the extension, the horizontal extension. You doing all right, Johnny? You're never going to make it work, man. Because we've tried. So this is,
God, I wish there was.
Yeah, we've got videos on it, which are really, really informative. What were we talking about before that? The art of war. Harrison's just given me the next thing to talk about. Woohoo! All right. Sun Tzu said, if it's not advantageous, do not act. If it's not attainable, do not employ troops. If it is not in danger, do not do battle. That's got to be pretty profound. If it's not advantageous, don't do it. If it's not attainable, don't try it. And if it's not in danger, don't fly it, if you're not in danger. So the commentary, because I'm lucky, I've got a cheat sheet on the other side, right? It says, opportunities for battle abound, yet only some lead to victory, the general's true goal. The military is a weapon that need not always be wielded. This is the wisdom of non-action. See, this is the kind of stuff that I think about every day. Like, do I act or not act?
Jong-un didn't freaking read all that.
No, he's threatening. He's not doing anything. He's just threatening.
He's letting off his little missile every day.
Yeah, like that's it. He's letting off firecrackers, right? And trying to say, hey, I've got toys, right? So I'm ready. Exactly. I'm a threat to you. But then what America's doing is saying, do we do we really have to bomb them, or can we, intimidate them? Yeah. And then that's our thing. Like, do we take legal action against WCR, or do we just let them go? Like,
let them cry. They'll be right. They'll get over it when their hankies are all full of water, and they've got to go and wash them and buy some new ones. They won't be able to afford any.
meantime, we've got a really happy customer.
Helena's coming to say hello.
Hello, Helena. That's
She's
great.
in New Zealand.
No way.
Yeah, she's
Kiwi.
a friend of mine.
Kia ora.
Helena Ron.
Ah, very good.
No, she is Chinese. She's gorgeous too.
Chinese?
She's gorgeous.
Did you say Chinese?
Chinese, yeah, she's beautiful.
Okay.
Bronze wool works great. The test will be when he does his hospital on Thursday. Jason Lehman. Because that's what he got it for, was the big hospital.
And what's the problem with the hospital? Why would somebody need a bronze wool brush on a hospital?
So the sick can see out the dirty windows.
Yeah, like there's got to be some.
Got to have something.
There's got to be some non-soluble water, non-water soluble concretion on the glass. Like this is what we're talking about. The bronze brush, right? It's got nylon bristles around the outside and a bronze wool pad with replaceable bronze wool in the middle. So you can change that every 2 weeks as you need to, right there. And it has Hydroblade across the top. The principle of Hydroblade is use more water, use less time.
Exactly. Be faster.
Yes. So you have to understand your water dynamics, is what's happening between your spigot and your brush in order to use more water.
Douglas Wong wants to know when our dual DI system's coming out.
I spent 30 minutes on the dual DI system last night, finalising the design. We were going to wrap it in.
Dual DI tanks.
No, we have dual DI tanks, but not a system. So this is where we're putting it together.
Oh, in the box, yeah.
So we're looking at. We're not going to put it on wheels in the first instance, I don't think, because that may delay us getting that right. So we are looking at, and then we thought, up until yesterday, we were thinking of wrapping it in stainless steel, which would look beautiful. But yesterday we thought, no, we might have a go at putting it in carbon fibre.
That'd be better, because remember we did stainless with the original DI tank, but it's bloody heavy.
Well, so we can get bigger. In this case, we could do 1mm stainless rather than 2mm stainless.
Carbon fibre would look cool.
But carbon fibre would look pretty
cool.
snazzy.
Exactly.
So that's what we're going to do today: is measure it up and order the parts and see if we can put the frame together, and then we'll start doing the final design. So it's probably still 3 or 4 weeks away before it's a
couple of months.
It might be a prototype within 2 or 3 weeks, something like that.
Jason Lehman said his big problem is concrete splatter.
See, but that's dangerous. I mean, Titan have, just if you're not sure of it, Titan Industries, they have a product called Concrete Off, and you can spray concrete off onto the glass it's a dilute, right? You mix it up. What they write?
Concrete Off.
Concrete Off. What does that sound like?
Exactly.
Concrete Off. So they have concrete off, and then it softens the concrete before you use your water pit pot.
Concrete.
Concrete. What is concrete?
Concrete.
No, missing it all.
Paul Rawson says, give a monkey enough rope.
Yes, that's what we're trying to do. Make sure they have enough rope.
Larry Crook says the carbon fibre is his vote.
Good idea. Yeah, we could have a bit of a vote on that.
Yeah.
Because we can't see anything you guys are writing. Well, I can. Johnny can, because Johnny's logged in. Here it is. Concrete off.
I'm not just staring at the bottle. I'm not just staring at the bottle.
Oh, that's it. Cement off. Cement off from Titan Labs.
Cement off.
So Titan Laboratories, cement off. Concrete dissolver, Jason. You might need to put that up there first, spray it on there, and then hit it with water fed. Yeah.
He already has it and uses it.
Great.
Does it work?
Well.
How well does it work?
See? Great minds think alike, sir. Yes.
Exactly. This office fucking kills me today.
It may do that.
Nick Sloan's here.
No way. Nick Sloan's a good dude.
He wants to know, is there any thoughts on making an end cap for a pro brush that hits the corners of the deep frames? Spider webs and egg scales are driving me nuts.
End cap for the pro brush. I know what you're saying. The key in our experience, if you try and clean the corners with a brush like this, you definitely are not getting as much bristles in the corners. But if you, because we've got a reverse screen here, I've got to try and work everything out in reverse. If you go, that's ridiculous. If you go into the, I actually can't do it. There you go. If you go into the corner at 30 degrees or 45 degrees with the brush like that, then all of those bristles get into the corner. The other thing, Nick, is if you don't have these new white bristles, do you think that's funny, right?
It's your microphone.
That's funny. If you don't have these new white bristles, maybe change out for these because they're the latest version of bristles from us.
Dean Miller wants
So they
to
may
have
make a big
shot.
difference.
He said, let's do a shot.
That's what I actually need. It's just
I
a
think
bit
that's what
flat
you
this
need.
morning, but I'm not got any reason to be flat.
Well, you might have, Dean. You might have got worn out last
You're a
night.
little round.
I'm a little round. There you go. I am a little round right now. Oh, that is good.
Oh, and Dean Miller says he's
All the
going
way
to
to the
invent a drone window washer. And Paul Rawson just told me John Doubleday sells cement off.
True.
In New
John
Zealand.
Doubleday is the agent for Titan Laboratories in New Zealand. Yes. John is a good dude.
He's a cool dude.
We met
He
up
is
with
a cool
John at IWCA in Phoenix, Arizona.
dude. And in Washington.
And we've met him in Washington, and every time I go to Auckland, he takes the time out to come and see me, like I'm
He's a
usually at the
good dude.
hotel near the airport, and he takes the time out to actually drive and comes to see me, has a couple of beers with me. Like, that's a super dude, right? There are some awesome people, and he's super smart.
Yeah.
He was general manager of somebody else's business, and then
Yes.
he had a run-in with them because they wouldn't put him on a commission. He said, I'll stay, but you got to give me a commission, right? Because they're going to build the business bigger. And they wouldn't, so he left and started his own business.
Yes.
And then, like, 3 years later, he's like million.
He demolished them.
Demolished.
He demolished them.
Like, what a bad move.
But
That's,
yeah, I've met those guys and I bite my tongue.
right, yeah.
Bobbly.
Wink, wink, say no more.
Yeah, bobblies.
So,
New white bristles on the bronze wool brush work great getting into the corners.
Yeah.
Jason used his today. He said they were awesome.
Yeah, so these are the new bristles, and actually if you bought...
He wants to know if the white end cap bristles are available.
The white end cap bristles are the same. So yes, you can. Yes, if you bought end cap bristles now, we do not have any of the black ones left. If you bought end cap bristles now, you would get these white ones. In fact, what we're doing was we've switched almost all of our bristle range to the white nylon bristles. So this is much closer to what that historical DuPont bristle that the Tucker brush is made of. This is much closer. This is a PA610 bristle, which is kind of like the bristles that you make toothbrushes out of. So we
I was wondering why
the
you
machine
had that in the bathroom before.
No, because like the
You're
machine.
scrubbing. You're scrubbing your
I don't know
teeth.
that everybody knows what these bristles are, but they're actually, if you have a look at them, the bristles underneath are welded. This is not a very good one, but are welded. The bristles are welded to the spine. So here is a like a 1/5 by 1/5 inch spine there, and the bristles are not squeezed in; they're actually melted in, right? So there were limitations as to which bristles we could melt and which bristles we couldn't at the beginning. So
Right,
now,
do the bristles actually
now,
melt? when you
now,
do it?
yeah,
Or-
they melt in. So
Yeah.
sometimes you'll see a couple pull out from the middle, but
Every now and then.
but it's a little bit like those old.
Our hair pulls out of our hair.
That's right. A little bit of hair here,
Do we
a
ring
little
up
bit of hair
God?
there.
Do we ring up God and complain because our hair pulls
Yeah.
out?
So you see here, like this is the original
This is
image
here.
of the bronze brush, but now you might find that when you get yours that it looks like this, right? Can we make sure that we put little,
bristles
colours and
may
images
change
may
colour.
change? So we have that on the website. Just cut and paste it all through all the images, all the descriptions.
Yeah, the bristle colour may change.
Because we make these executive decisions, if we can make the brush better, we're not gonna not do that. So we're really quite confident that this is actually the best configuration. So, but that's how it works. Like these are actually welded in, and so now this PA610 is looks like it's working. That is an amazing little.
We
bristle.
only,
Time to drink.
Jason, we only do that for you just to annoy you. You see, Jason said when you put the brush together, all the green looks awesome. The yellow just throws it out, throws it off.
What yellow?
The little yellow tube.
Oh yeah, we could address that. Time to drink, Johnny.
Yeah.
Come on!
It's not tequila.
Yeah, come on.
It's like,
Have
this is
a
like eating
sip.
a Bounty bar.
No, but I'll go and get the real stuff next time. Right, so we've got to
It's like milk of magnesia, actually.
milk of magnesia. That's what it is.
Oh, why'd you put it away? We might need some more.
No, just say please pass the milk and magnesia and I'll know what you mean.
That Lamberger's playing up today.
Yeah.
I reckon that's why you were noisy before.
Yes.
Your Lamberger's
Yeah, I think the
trying to get
Lamberger's
out.
trying to get back out again.
He's
yeah.
trying to come back out.
Because it was probably Chinese lamb. Oh, I'm going to take
That
this to
was
the
lamb
office.
though, you could tell it was lamb.
I'll tell you what we haven't told many people, because we didn't get any time to promote it yesterday, is that we have a July 4 category in the store. So you can actually get, for example, you could get a Reach It Flow with a Reach It Mini for $24.90. That's like $300 off.
And a Pro with a Flow,
And
bro.
a Pro with a Flow, bro.
For
For $34.90. That's like $250, $300.
$300 off.
Like, you know, there's some really good deals in there. I think there's 20% off Constructor Brush, except
Not
for
off
bronze.
bronze. There's 10% off Rhino tube and hose.
In fact, I think it's 10% off all the Rhino products, right? So there's a couple of deals, pardon me, sitting in there
That you
if
can
you're in the
find.
market and you watch this show. And then we'll put an email blast out, I think, today sometime, right? Letting people know that that's what is going on, right? And we have flow. The other thing we're going to do, Harry, is change the flow description to say, like, dispatching immediately. Because at the moment it says dispatching 7 to 14 days.
Okay, I can do that now.
Because we have flow in stock.
We didn't load those packs in last night, the water packs.
Did we not?
No.
The flow on the mini?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't get that. It's not going on you guys, but
Yeah.
I didn't get the message of what the price was and then went back to it. But,
Go with the Flow, bro.
Okay, you can't buy those.
You can't buy them, you're not allowed them.
You can ring us, 562-684-4928. Yeah, give us
Give
a
me
call.
a ring. I'll make anything happen.
Yeah,
Anything's
write us an email,
possible
send us a
today.
private message, like, we'll do whatever you got to do.
Anything's possible today. It's 4th of
Yeah,
July, and
4th
if we
of
keep
July.
drinking that vodka,
And we'll
you
let it
never
go
know what
another
you're gonna
day.
get.
I'll let it go another day, you know, because we didn't even promote it. We didn't even give anybody a chance. Because I was thinking, like, I thought we would have got, like, you know, 3 or 4 of those,
Yeah.
like, come through
They're
with
bloody good
being on
deals.
special. We didn't even tell anybody. That's classic. Oh my goodness, it is a busy time of year.
Yeah, John, you can pull your bronze brush apart, change and put beast brushes on if you want. But that's up to you.
Yeah, the
When you don't
issue
do
that
it.
you may have with the bronze and the beast is that if you have a look at the profile that we've chosen,
Yeah.
is that this is like in metric, this is a 4 centimeter bristle, and the beast bristles are not 4 centimeters, so they're not as high. So I'm not sure that
It'll
would
work
actually
as
work,
well.
right? These are higher than this pad here is higher than the standard pad. That would be made by using the industrial bristles on the inside of a normal, like an original or something like that. So, and the same that you'll find with the end cap bristles. I didn't tell you that I've given the go-ahead to buy a brush trimmer, right? So you see how that kind of curves over like that at the end? We'll shave that
the
straight,
ear off.
and that'll also make a difference as to how these end bristles get in the corners.
I don't like my end bristles. In the end bristles.
So anyway, so yeah, watch out with the bores here. You'd want to test it first because you may not get a lot of contact. And I don't think you're going to get an advantage. The real advantage is that the bronze wool is going to do the agitation.
Eric
What the
Gilliland's
top
got
bristles
bad
going to
service
do,
today.
the top bristles are going to give you the breaking of the surface tension of the hydrophobic glass, and make sure that you end up with hydrophobic glass so that you can rinse on the downstroke. That's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Eric Gilliland, don't give up, don't give up.
Eric!
Come on.
No way!
Don't give up on us, baby.
Eric's a
It'll
good
work
dude.
one day. His connection down there's bad. You know why, Eric?
I thought that didn't Dunedin win the Google Gigabyte like fiber optic city thing?
because there's no bugger down there.
Yeah, I
so
know,
they
it's
can
an
always
easy
get
ca-
great.
and
They can always
easy.
get fast flow down there.
Did you win, Eric? Did you win that thing? I know you put out the scrape. You know,
Yeah, they were in the
communication. They're in the
contest.
Google competition. They
Goggle
have fiber optic city or something
Yeah.
like that. But I don't know if they won or not.
The
There was some
Eve
good
cleaning
advertising
brush.
for it. Hmm?
Eve cleaning
Yeah, the
brush.
gutter cleaning brush, we're still waiting on the engineer to come back with a couple of designs. So we've got a couple of thoughts, like a flexible brush that, you know, can flex around the gutters. So we're thinking about that, and we're thinking about a rigid brush. We're thinking about an adjustable brush because there are a couple of different brush profiles. Gutter profiles. And then we're looking at the universal joint for it. So there's a number of elements to it, and then we're looking for whether we want to have, you know, chemicals going to it and water, or you know, the chemicals in stream with the water. So we're still gathering evidence. I don't think it's going to be like an immediate. But anyway, he could come back today and say, I got it.
I think Eric must be in one of those houses where you got to ride a push bike to get the power to work, Les. I think that's what it is.
Eric's way down south. Like if you've never know where Eric lives and you come in from America or the UK or something, and
it's
you
like living in Alaska.
Google Dunedin, 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 NZ,
It's
New
like
Zealand.
living in Alaska.
He's living down like in the bottom of the world.
Oh,
Of the planet, right? The planet could be a circle. Yeah, there's worse. There's one worse. It's Invercargill. Harry, can we pull up Dunedin, do you think?
Yeah,
Pull up a map.
Let's show you where Dunedin is. This is where John and I come from. This part of the world. It's like on the other side of the world and all the way to the bottom.
John Mickelson, we have a fantastic, awesome idea on the screen cleaner, but we ain't going to tell you yet.
How did John Mickelson know that we're talking screen cleaners?
He's asked if we've got one, but we're not telling anybody yet.
Yes.
Are we?
No.
No. Don't start.
No. So, but we are working on it, John. We are working on it.
God, he's working away further than that. Where is he? Has he gone to Stewart Island, Les? God damn.
There's some pretty amazing stuff going on down there. I don't know. Fishing. Some of the best oysters in the world come from down there.
Yeah, but they got a... Les, correct me if I'm wrong, don't they have a blight or a problem with the bluff oysters this year? The bluff oysters, they're the best oysters in the world.
I think they ship them all over the world. Right, so this is the little old New Zealand.
I buy them by the
right here.
weightful and eat them down
there. We need to pull up on... okay, I'll have a look at those.
Now, here's Dunedin.
Yeah, Johnny will show
you. Way down here, and there's Invercargill, and we think maybe Eric's down here on this little island down here called Stewart Island today,
maybe.
Because it's a long way from nowhere.
Is he not at home?
Well, Les reckons he's not. He's working a long way away today.
Ah, that could be the problem. So
he's doing the house off the grid somewhere. He could be anywhere.
He could be anywhere. I went to school here. I grew up here. I was born here.
Now this here is where the big massive earthquake just hit New Zealand last year.
Right,
and here. Wrecked the whole coast.
Right there. Here. That's where my mum lives. This is where the other earthquake was 5 years ago. It destroyed the city. Now we used to have a population of 600,000 and now it's 320,000. So half the people have left.
Did you used to live up here?
I was born there.
Yeah. I was born right about here. In a place called Taumarunui.
Taumarunui. Well, we were born pretty close together.
Exactly.
Right? On that scale.
Of the country.
And my daughter lives up here. Now.
That's Hippie IO, dope smoking country in the Coromandel.
She's living up in the Coromandel.
That's where the Greens Party comes from up here. Funny enough.
And my best friend lives down here on Lake Rotorua.
Yes, that's beautiful there.
They've got a waterfront there. There you go. A little bit of New Zealand. Now, you have a look at New Zealand. How wide is that from there to there, Johnny? Half an eye.
Half an eye?
I think. Well, how far is it from you know the North Island better. How far is it from...
Auckland to Wellington's about 800 kilometres.
Okay, so that's okay, to put it into scale, that's 500 miles. Right there. So that's what I think, is that New Zealand as a country is only about 150 miles wide at the widest point. That's what I thought.
Yeah, we do have a problem with the oysters. Damn!
Yeah. 150 miles wide, I was right. 150 miles wide is the country, so... And
Little Taumarunui, yeah, things do good come from there, it's me.
And then the mountains in the middle are 1,200... 12,346 feet high.
Yes.
In the middle.
Yeah.
So it's 150 miles wide and 12,000 feet high in the middle. Right? That's New Zealand. That's pretty cool. So you can
John
swim in the
Mickelson's
beach.
right, Texas is bigger.
Texas is a touch bigger.
Just a tad bigger.
So this is the place where you can swim on the beach and...
Climb a mountain.
And see the mountain. And see the snow.
Exactly.
Right? You can see the snow from the beach when you're swimming. That's pretty amazing.
Yes, Les, great things come from Taumarunui. Colin Meads came from Taumarunui, the great All Black.
The great All Black.
One of the best All Blacks.
What happened to you, Johnny? You were going to be a great All Black.
Well, my rugby coach at high school was the great John Hart, the All Black coach. He became the All Black coach. I should have listened to him and kept playing rugby.
You should have.
Instead of working, I should have played rugby.
Should have, Johnny.
Yep.
There you go. John Heslin just
Paul
said-
Lawson wants to know if your mum's in Kaikoura.
Yeah, my mum's in Kaikoura. Don't go and see her. Disaster. I'm going to come down to New Zealand probably in December. It's her 80th birthday, so I think I'd better make an appointment. So, but I left home at 7 years old, so I went to boarding school at 7, and that was about it. So
That was all she wrote.
that's and a lot of depth there, right? All right, what else is going on?
Rick's daughter played rugby throughout university.
There you go. In America.
John
Here you are, look at
wants,
that.
John Mickelson wants to come to New Zealand. It's on his bucket list.
That's a little bit of New Zealand right there. Like if you see Switzerland, Sweden, you've seen you've got the image of New Zealand, right? Like New Zealand's got all these different countries. It's got glaciers, volcanoes, live volcanoes, hot springs, earthquakes.
We've got everything.
We've got no poisonous insects or snakes.
We've got trouser snakes there. They're poisonous.
Your trouser
Trouser snakes are poisonous.
Dang.
Yes, Les, that stupid numbnut Sonny Bill Williams did get sent off.
He got banned for 4 weeks.
4 weeks. He should have been banned for...
Like the guy dropped the shot. You got to remember when we play rugby, like we don't wear any headgear,
That's
any
actually-
protection.
Where is that?
What?
That's in, that's down in Tiano or, that's down in Tiano somewhere.
Where Johnny's looking at the picture on the back of the screen for the people who might be in podcast.
There's just been a, funny enough, John, there's just been there's a massive, one of the biggest farms in the country down there's up for sale at the moment, 40,000 hectares, and it's going to sell for about 50 odd million.
To the Chinese?
Well, that's where everyone's crying and complaining, saying you have to stop these owners from selling to overseas people because we don't want overseas people to buy it. If you don't want overseas people to buy it, put your hands in your tight-ass pockets and pay the money.
That's it, right? Make a cooperative and go and bid for it.
We don't turn around here and say, oh, you're not allowed to sell your house to that foreigner and make some money.
That's it. We don't. So what else is going
Paul
on?
Rawson reckons he could be related
Who to?
to you and your mum.
No way.
He comes from there.
No, but my mum doesn't come from there. My mum comes from Christchurch.
Yeah, but he comes from Timaru.
Oh, from Timaru. Well, if you know the Tates, like the Tates are a pretty famous name in Timaru. So I went to Timaru Bush High.
I'm getting worried about you.
I was
I
in
think
Tate
you two
House.
are banjo players.
Yeah, sure.
Ding, 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 ding.
So if you know the Tates or you're related to a Tate, and my mum's maiden name was Agar, A-G-A-R, Charles Fitz Agar. He got the Order of St. Michael and St. George, I was telling everybody last night, proudly.
I was wondering what
He
you were
was
waffling about.
He was Charles
I thought it was
Fitz
just a
Agar,
beer.
Esquire. Like, that's what he was telling us. Like, who was it? Andy was telling us that in the old days, if you weren't knighted, but you got the Order of St. Michael and St. George, which is the one just below knighthood, then you're allowed to call yourself a squire. So he was Charles Fitz Agar, Esquire. There you go. A little bit of history there. I didn't know that. I knew he called himself a squire, but I didn't know that was linked to his award. There you go. How's that?
Yes, Les, and it is a shame that these big, beautiful farms are going into foreign interest, but hey, at the end of the day, these guys work hard for them. That farm that's currently up for sale has not gone out of that family for 120, 130 years or something.
Right. That's time to sell.
Yeah.
All right.
Sell. Good on them. Take the money and run.
I reckon that's a gig, Johnny. What else we got to say? Anything, Harrison? No news?
No, I was maybe curious about your New Zealand Navy story.
My New Zealand
In the Navy.
I was in
you
the Navy.
You can leave your friends behind in the Navy.
Hey, we're going to pull up the New Zealand Navy, because we've got a very small
We've got a
country
huge
now.
Navy. We've got 2 boats.
That's not the kind of boat that New Zealand is allowed to have. How many have we got now?
2.
Two.
2, but one of them's we've got 2.
One spare parts.
Yeah, one of them's been stuck in the Devonport Naval Base for about 3 years waiting on parts.
Oh my God.
The other one's the frigate that patrols our 200-mile free zone.
Right, the thing.
Yeah,
We've got one warship left that's operational.
But we have a backup plan.
What's that?
If anyone attacks, the Maori will hop in canoes and row out there.
Oh, for sure. We need them.
But they sink.
Right. No, only if they get hit by missiles.
No, they do. It's quite funny watching them when they have all these big hoop and blah, and the government
Oh,
pays
like the
it.
Dragon Boat racing.
Yeah, well, the government pays a few $100,000 for the Maori to carve out their awesome, well-done canoes, and they get like 20 to 30 metres out to sea, and the bloody thing sinks. No, they do. True story.
No, one did. The true story. But
No,
not
many of them
do.
have. Many of them have. They sink.
Sonny. Come on.
They
They've been
do.
doing it for hundreds of years.
I know, so you'd think they wouldn't sink,
Right.
but they do.
And the Vikings
It
did
was
it.
really funny. They had
And
one
the
in
Polynesians
Napier.
do it.
They did one in Napier, and they got paid $120,000 or $130,000 to carve this awesome waka. They're
Right.
called wakas.
There it is. There. That's what they look like.
Yeah, and they wanted to do this authentic, awesome waka and celebrate their history, which is great and awesome. And they want everything to be back in the day when everyone had grass skirts and wakas.
Yeah.
And anyway, they got from like they
This is a
sailed
waka
it-
here, right?
They rode it from like the shore to here, and it was sinking. It was taking on water, and the most hilarious thing was all the photo shoots that people got.
Yeah.
They all stand up on their cell phones trying to ring for help as they're out there.
They're on the cell phones in a waka.
It was so funny.
There you go.
Yeah, they
There
go.
they
Paul
go.
said
They're
we got.
launching it there. But see, maybe that's the problem. Is that when they designed the waka, the guy was only like 80 pounds, right?
And now they're 280
Like
pounds.
280 pounds.
I've been eating KFC at
But they built
McDonald's.
the waka the same size, right? They didn't take into consideration the fat gut. Maybe that's what it is. That dude is big, man. His missus is pretty big too, actually.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought she was pregnant, but it's a guy.
No, that's a dude, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Paul Rawson said our Navy has 2 boats and 3 seagulls.
So I was in the Navy, and I joined at 15 years old, and they took me across to Australia, and I did my college there, right? And then when I came back, I went to university with them, and then we went out on exped, and then I broke my leg. And then when I went back to the hospital looked at me, and because when I joined the Navy, I was 15, I was only 6 foot tall, and then when I got back to 18, I'd come back, and then I was like 6'6", and they said, hang on, you're a compo case, like we're going to give you a medical discharge, because they said, the highest point in any of our frigates, like our destroyer escorts, was like 6'2", and I was already 6'6", right? So they gave me a medical discharge. I got my $1,500 and went and put it on the pokies, actually. I remember saying, I don't know what to do with my life. I think I'll sit in the Huskisson RSL and see if I can double my money. That's like only 18,
I was talking to this Irish guy. He was in the Irish Navy, and he was in the submarine fleet. And he said he was on board the submarine. He was lying out there sunbathing away, and he said, "I heard this dive, 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 dive."
Yeah.
He said, "Thank God I did. The bloody thing sunk."
Oh my God.
John Mickelson. Now, John Mickelson is actually he's actually the king of Texas. John's the king he's the king of Texas, and he has actually bequeathed us to be honorary Texans.
Oh my God, we'd do well as Texans. Who's this dude? Do you know who that is?
I've got my cowboy hat, but it's in New Zealand.
Do you know who that is? What could be fairer than that? That's Perry Tate's Computers. Yeah, that's me. Ta-da! I noticed that Carl Robinson's having a go at me about this business back then as well. Right now. He's that collator guy, like he runs that blog which Chris Lamanides runs for him.
Oh, the guy that reads all the shit on the internet and then makes it up like he did it himself. And
Maybe.
read
But anyway,
copies
he's
and
having a
pastes.
go at this business as if it was, like I'll tell you one thing, if you ever want a simple filter, that if you set out to be a scammer, you don't call the business with your own name. Like this was called Perry Tate's Computers, and if I was really setting out to be a scammer, I would have called it like, Galaxy Computers or Black and White Computers or anything other than my name, right? Because when ultimately something goes wrong with it, like the name of the business is what gets put all over the place, not the name of the owner.
So is this guy going to do stories on businesses that go into foreclosure and never tell their customers they're in
Maybe
foreclosure?
that's an interesting point.
I wonder if he's going to do a story on people that go into foreclosure.
The companies that have phoenixed
Phoenix
themselves, right,
to
without telling
avoid
anybody.
things.
Yes, to not pay their bills.
And then
that's actually quite ironic.
I wonder if he'll do a foreclosure story.
Yeah.
If you're listening, buddy, are you going to do a foreclosure story?
There's a little foreclosure
Come on,
somewhere in
Fear's
Hamburg.
fair.
Like there's a property in foreclosure,
Yeah.
right?
In New Jersey somewhere?
Yeah, Hamburg.
Fear's
New-
fair, mate. Put up a
Hamburg,
fair
New
story.
Jersey, yeah.
Rick
Yeah.
Inu was 10 years in the Marines.
I wondered
I
where he
remember
served.
Rick telling me about
Yeah,
this.
because he got his 5% military discount because every person who's a vet gets
Gets a
5%
discount.
off forever of all Reach It products, sales, deals, whatever.
Well, okay, now Douglas, if they're dredging up the fact that Perry went bust years ago, can they dredge up the fact that they went bust
In
Phoenix
2014.
themselves 2 years ago? WCR went
Yeah.
into foreclosure.
They don't use
Bastards.
WCR as the name of their company that
Yeah.
actually got rolled over. But they went
They-
bust, man.
They should learn that people that live in glass houses should stop throwing stones.
Yes, that's what they should do.
Yes. Tim
That'd be
Shadbolt
hilarious.
computers.
Huh?
Tim Shadbolt computers.
Tim Shadbolt computers would have worked. I mean, Wally had Wally's computers. He ended up in trouble as well, but he survived. He got another business up and running. We didn't go bust. Like, yeah, we grew too fast. We sold
But you
We
had-
sold
you had-
9,000 computers in 15 months, like over the television. So we never actually met any of our customers.
But your biggest problem was you had all these guys saying, I can supply computers, I can
Hmm.
supply, I can supply. So you were selling them, and then when you said, guys, where's the computers? They went, oh.
No, they didn't. And then
I
IBM.
didn't have any because he
back
had
in
them and he had
back
them.
in those days, there was a thing called a terminal. So you had a master computer back in a room, and you had a terminal. But the terminals started to look like computers. So everybody had a terminal on their desk, which was like a slave to the master, to the server. And so IBM sold us like 250 of these terminals, and we've got just kids trying to
Harrison, you've
turn them
just
into home
made
computers.
the Texan as well.
And they were never going to be. They always had something missing.
We're all Texans.
We're going to be Texans. There you go. So it was an interesting experience, and fascinating,
Tim
and,
Shadbolt's cool.
Yeah.
He's
good
Liz's
times.
relation.
Is he?
Yeah.
There you go. See?
Tim Shadbolt's cool.
Time for a drink.
Time for a drink.
There you go. There goes another little sale. That's 6 items for $12.75. Those are the ones I've got to put those prices up on those little things, I think. Yeah. I can hear that construction noise.
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
they're back.
Johnny, I reckon that's a wrap, right, don't you?
I think it might be.
That was an interesting show. Lots of little talk.
It was good.
Yeah. Have a look at the site, store.futureofcleaning.com, and see if there's something
See
else
if there's
on
any
sale.
specials.
There could be something on sale. We'll put some things up today, during the day, like give you a chance through to the weekend, right?
Yeah, till Monday.
Till
They'll be up
Monday.
till Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
Our Monday show will be the end of the specials.
Yes, that's fair enough.
And we might throw you a...
So.
Yeah, well that's true, Paul. He was from the Wild West. Tim Shadbolt was from the Wild West. He was from West Auckland.
So.
This is it.
This is it. I know, but it's all the comments about people. Nobody's going to follow you.
Happy 4th. Let's have a 5th.
All right, nice. Happy 4th.
So it's good night from him.
And it's good night from me.